And welcome back to White Claw Wednesday. It's episode 118. We're in the Skype studio. Oh, crack it open.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers up, brother. Virtual cheers.
Dink.
In the Skype studio.
Room,
Back again.
room temp.
Dude, I was listening to...
What's up?
yours is room temp. No, mine's actually chilled this time.
Oh, nice.
I was listening to... Do you listen to My Favorite Murder at all? It's a podcast.
I don't, but you're getting the serious feedback right now. Remember, Ryan, the touching? The touching, Ryan. Okay, you're good now.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay,
Just-
I won't
just
touch
don't
it. I won't
touch
touch it.
Just
It's...
No,
it's,
I haven't heard of it. Going back to the
You-
thing you're talking about, I have not.
Oh,
heard of it.
okay. It's a true crime podcast, and I had no idea because, it's just the audio and stuff, but
Yeah.
they have been doing virtual shows for like almost 3 years now, which is crazy to me. And I never knew. knew. Sorry about the video. What's going on?
Virtual shows, like
This.
virtual
Like
shows,
doing
like
magic
what
tricks.
we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah, your lighting's kind of weird, but it's like, yeah, it's interesting. Hey, but as long as we don't get that buzzing back on that mic, we're
Hey, that's true.
chilling.
So I went to Vegas
You
this
went to-
past weekend.
Oh, you went to Vegas for
Yeah, it
that
was kinda
wedding,
crazy.
right?
No, not for a wedding.
Didn't you have to
What
do
wedding?
something where you were coming back for a wedding?
No. Oh no, that's not until after our
After the honeymoon.
honeymoon. Jeez, I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, honeymoon. So we're doing that, and then literally we're flying from our honeymoon to my Big's wedding. Brad, shout out.
So why were you in Vegas?
Dude, so Amanda and her cousin are like in love with these Brazilian, I don't know, they're just like famous people. One of them's an artist, and the other one is just one of those people that is just famous because they're famous and they post everything about their day. You know? So they've got a ton of followers and they're famous that way.
Okay, so
Anyway.
that's why like I saw like a post from Amanda where like I could tell she took a picture with two people that I could tell the way the picture was taken that they were famous in some way.
Yeah.
But I had less than zero idea of who they were.
Yeah. So
But they're Brazilian celebrities.
they are Brazilian
Okay.
celebrities.
Well, that's why I don't know
and-
who they are. That makes a lot of sense.
Right. Yeah. I mean, neither did
But
I.
but I like how you can just tell when a photo is like between people that don't know each other. Like you can usually tell like the relationship, and it just had like the vibe like she was taking a photo with celebrities.
Yeah, so they like saw that she was going to Vegas, and her cousin really wanted to go to Vegas this trip, and so they were like, "Oh, this is the perfect reason why." And so I was literally taking a dump, dude. I was taking a dump, and Amanda comes in. She's like, "We're going to Vegas. We're going to Vegas." She didn't come in the bathroom, but she comes in the room, and
knocked
starts
on the door
yelling at me through the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, at first I'm just thinking,
Is
please
this on
God,
Friday
please don't
afternoon
tell
or
me
something?
This is true. This is Saturday afternoon.
Oh, Saturday afternoon. Damn.
Saturday afternoon. Actually, it was probably like around 11.
Okay.
And, she's all hyped about these two people and stuff. And we just sent it, man. We just went for it.
Did you
We
just
drove.
throw together a bag real quick in an hour and take off or
Threw
something?
together a bag.
Yeah.
Yep. I literally had a pair of shorts, a pair of pants, and no socks. I had one pair of socks the entire weekend. I forgot to pack socks. And sent it to Vegas.
Damn, that's kind of gnarly.
And,
That forgetting to pack socks.
Yeah, I know it was, dude. It
I
was
don't know.
pretty
You know
foul,
what's weird?
actually.
I think. What do you think is the one? If you had to rank from least favorite to favorite items of clothing to rewear, because for me on the
Oh,
bottom
yeah,
of
socks
my
and
least
underwear.
favorite
Least favorite
is socks and then underwear and then t-shirts and then shorts,
Shorts is my favorite thing to rewear for sure.
then pants, and then sweaters, hoodies, and jackets. All those things.
Because shorts, if you wear boxers or even briefs,
Yeah.
you have an extra layer
Exactly.
of fabric in between,
Keeping
your
things
skin.
fresh.
most of your skin.
Yeah.
Exactly. Most of your skin.
But there's
in
something
the
about
shorts.
the socks. We're using socks where I just feel like my feet can just feel that they're not clean socks. I don't know what it is. I don't. And
There's something about putting on fresh socks every morning that
they're fresh
they're
socks.
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. And underwear too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, underwear's you don't rewear.
Underwear major.
I don't rewear.
I don't
underwear.
rewear.
That's a major party foul.
I'm not a rewear of underwear. Definitely not. No.
Who is?
I've specific.
Do we know?
I don't know, but
like it's a thing.
I've specifically like bought like more underwear when I've been in situations where like I don't have any left,
too.
and
Me too, yeah.
I'm not trying to do laundry.
This wasn't that bad though because, I mean, we sent it Saturday afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
so I put on socks then.
So were
and
you?
then we came back Sunday night.
Okay, yeah,
so
I was gonna say you were just there for Saturday night.
Yeah, just Saturday
What
night.
what kind of hotel sitch did you do?
We did Treasure Island.
Ah.
It was pretty sick. It was a pretty sick hotel.
Nice.
The pool was closed for some reason, so that was kind of a bummer. But
it might still
we
be
basically
like COVID
just
thing.
Or
Have we officially beat COVID? Because it feels like we beat COVID.
Dude, I saw maybe like 10 people with a mask on, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just when I see these sporting events and stuff, I mean, just life
on TV.
Life, just yeah. I mean,
Okay.
but outside watching sports, just like being in like going to the store, doing this, doing that. It feels like we beat COVID. Feels like
I feel like we've beat it, but I know we haven't.
I know we. Okay, yeah.
I'm just waiting for this holiday season.
Yeah.
When there's freaking COVID variant B12 or whatever, vitamin B12, whatever's going to be the the new variant name.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Gonna
Yeah,
hit.
yeah. Like,
You got that?
yeah, I got you. Nice.
So yeah. Anyways, the pool was closed. Kind of a bummer, but we basically we just got drinks and walked around. We didn't do any like clubbing or anything because, well, we're not about that. Plus, we had just thrown together like some stuff. I mean, Amanda brought this pretty cute dress, but that was it.
Okay.
I just brought my Sambas, and most clubs there is like
most clubs have a dress code.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you do any gambling?
I'm not really a gambler, dude.
Yeah, same, man.
I've had the opportunity to do it multiple times now. One at Justin's bachelor party, and now, I don't know. I can't really see myself sitting on that table and just throwing down cash, and then I can see myself doing that. But then I can also see myself throwing down that cash and immediately losing it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I just stray away from.
Yeah, I was in Vegas for Tristan's 21st, and I was a month into being 21, and I was there the whole weekend and didn't even think about it once. Didn't even think about it.
Yeah, it's not my forte.
And there's this thing
you
can
see how people would enjoy doing it, and I know people that have won money, like Justin won money at his bachelor party. I think he was up like $300 or something. So that sounds awesome. I don't feel like I have the skill to do that.
Yeah, I only know one game.
I only know blackjack, and even then
I don't even know about
the
only game I know is Texas Hold'em.
I don't even.
Do you know that one?
I don't.
That's where
I played it in the past.
Every player is dealt 2 cards, and then you bet.
It's like poker, right?
It's basic poker pretty much. But everybody's dealt 2 cards. You look at your cards, you bet on those 2 cards, and then the dealer puts down 3 cards face up that everybody can use. And then
to like make
and everybody bets on those on their hands once the 3 cards are laid down, and then the dealer does 1 more card, and then everybody bets on that card, and then the dealer does a 5th card, everybody bets, and then whoever has the best hand using the 7 cards available, 2 to the person and 5 to the public group, wins the hand, and wins the pot that has been betting on since
which everyone has to bet on.
Exactly.
Like
you either fold or bet. That's the thing. So
that's what I hate about gambling.
If you spend,
you have to put in money.
Yeah, like so. Let's say you spend like $500 on chips, and then you end up putting like $100 in after a couple rounds of the hand, and then like you're screwed, and then you have to fold. It's like, oh well, there goes my 200 from the 500 I spent or whatever.
That I can kind of understand. I mean, that still sucks 100%.
Yeah.
But that I can kind of understand because you've seen your hand. The problem is you have to buy in to play. You know, it's like you have to put in even before the dealer deals.
You have to pay
put in
money.
a couple chips or whatever the buy-in is, like $20.
Yeah, the ante. I think it's usually called ante. I don't know if it's called that when you.
It's probably called
are
that,
playing in the real setting.
In blackjack, right?
Yeah.
You have to put in, like, most poker table or most blackjack tables in Vegas are $20. So I've heard. So you basically, before you even know what your hand is, you have to put in $20, and then. On top of that, there's a chance that the dealer can deal out these cards and then immediately give himself 21.
Yeah.
And he wins. Like, there's no opportunity for you to win at all in that case, you know? I don't know.
It almost feels like it's designed to lose. It's designed for you to lose.
It is. Yeah, it is. It is. Well, actually, I think blackjack and poker are the most strategic games in a sense where you have the highest chance of winning.
Yeah.
If you play it a certain way, I think. Like, I think if you play
that makes sense.
Blackjack to the T using this specific strategy or this strategy that people have come up with, you can win like 49% of the time.
Because it seems like those are the kind of games that the professionals do. And it's hard to be professional at something that you can't win by being like the best at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like someone can't be the best at like calling heads or tails on a coin toss. You know what I'm saying? Because that's straight up 50.
Some people have that, dude. I don't know how, but
they just have that ability.
Like, again, I'm going to reference Justin's bachelor party because this was like the only time I was over 21 in Vegas besides this past weekend, but we didn't really do anything crazy like that. We were like going down and we were about to go to this like swim club. It's like there's a bunch of pools, and there's an artist playing, and you can get drinks and stuff. And I like went over to the side, and some of us were getting coffee. And one of the dudes goes to like this crabs table, and he puts down like, I don't know, maybe it was like $20 or $50.
Yeah.
And he's like, Justin, like red or blue, or red or black, and Justin's like black. He throws it, and everyone starts celebrating. I'm like, what's going on? He just won $200, just like that.
Oh shit, just like that, yeah.
So
you're just
some people
like,
just got it. I don't know.
Yeah, see, I would be that same situation. You know, like just something happens, everybody cheers. I'm like, wait, what? Why? Oh, he won that! Wow. And then it's like you kind of see it happen in that sense, and you almost think like, oh, it's that easy. Let me try.
And then you lose $50 or whatever. Yeah, dude, gambling. I mean, I don't want to say I would never gamble because, you gamble on yourself every day.
That's true.
And you know what? Sam would have great input on this because he's the whole, insurance
guy
person.
Yeah. Figuring out the percentages
that,
of risk on different things. Everything
has a percentage that you, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, like for fantasy football, that's a form of gambling.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you
definitely.
put in a pot.
Yeah, you put in
Who
the pot.
wins?
Yeah.
You get the pot,
every day you
there's
get
a
behind
third
a
or second
car.
place. Yeah, that's true.
That's a gamble.
That is a gamble, man.
Every day is a gamble.
You know how sometimes I say that you can feel so safe and comfortable going 80 miles per hour down a freeway in a car. Dude, I was thinking about that a lot driving to and from Vegas. And I had it in cruise control, which, by the way, Frank, here's a helpful tip.
Yeah.
The car knows how to drive better than you do, and you can save a ton of energy if you put that car in cruise control. It's actually insane.
Oh, I'm a big cruise control guy.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Big cruise control guy.
Even gas cars, too.
Yeah, gas cars.
I've learned this recently that cruise control is...
It actually might be better for gas cars. Because
no, it is. Because I go to and from work.
Yeah.
And every single time, I try and get 40 miles per gallon. That's like the average, And it's like my goal.
Yeah.
And this past time, I did it in cruise control, and I got 43.
Nice.
And I feel like it drove faster than I would,
Okay.
I don't know how it does it.
Because here's the thing with the electric car, is that the cruise control is great because it's cruise control, but at the same time, the most efficient way to get the most out of your battery is to drive in like traffic with the electric car.
Oh, well, that's
as
true.
crazy
Yeah.
as it is to say. I've pulled off some of my longest drives thanks to traffic.
It's almost when you're in stop and go traffic, it's almost like a net zero.
It really is, dude. It is.
You can be in stop and go traffic and travel 3 miles. Like when we were coming back from Vegas,
Yeah,
it was like 2 hours of stop and go traffic. I mean, it was toxic.
Oh man, yeah, that's classic Vegas weekend. Everybody coming back on Sunday.
Exactly. And the range barely went down. I mean,
Yeah.
it might have been a mile.
Dude, that's
insane.
That's what's so cool is you can be in it you can cover 10 plus miles and only use like a mile of battery. It's just. I remember one time I was going to San Diego and I started with I think I hopped on the road with like 200 battery charge, and then the traffic was so bad that halfway through the drive, it was like 100 miles or so, like 50 miles into the 100 miles, I had gained 50 miles. No joke. Like it was, I know that sounds insane, but it was one of the, it was literally my greatest finesse with the battery I've ever had. Where I thought I was going to have to charge, but I ended up gaining 50 on the first 50 instead of losing 50. And I was like, oh, well, there we go. No charge needed. It was awesome.
I wonder how much that has to do with the battery actually regenerating a lot of what it's using, right? Because you can't regenerate more than you're using. That doesn't make sense. But I feel like the car can sort of recalibrate based on the current driving situation.
Exactly.
You know?
So it's one of those situations where the last time I'd used the car, I'm like, I'm bumping AC, I'm going fast. So the battery range is telling me something that's different than what it could be. So then the next day I start driving and I'm driving without AC and I'm in the stop and go. And then suddenly the battery's realizing, oh, wait a second, I actually can go way farther than I'm telling you. And then it just starts adding mileage as it's like slowly realizing.
Cars,
yeah, it's awesome.
I love electric cars. I think they're so smart.
They're so cool.
Why haven't more people adopted it? I mean, I can literally list off a ton of reasons, but I'm just going to leave it at that. People should buy electric cars. They're awesome. And I've only had to wait one time to charge this car. And
wait for a charger to become available?
To wait for a fast charger, like 150 kilowatts. And the ID4 can charge up to 120 kilowatts, but really it can charge up to about 130 kilowatts because I've seen it before. Anyways, I've only had to wait one time, and that's because some douchebag in a BMW, not even an electric car, was in one of the electric carports. So like it was open, it was right there.
Yeah, but you could use it because some dick part.
Dude,
it's funny. I've had a couple of like false alarms with those situations of being like, I see a car in a spot that's handy, and I'm like, oh, like, because usually there's multiple spots to charge when there's a charger. I mean, usually. So like I'll see a car like in the closest spot, and I'll be like, wait a second, and I'll start to get angry. Like a Jeep. I saw a Jeep recently. I'll start to get angry, and then I get closer and I see it's plugged in. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm always coming to these realizations, like so many companies now make electric cars. And I've had this.
And a lot of plug-in hybrids as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I've had the same thing happen to me with a Beamer where it's been parked and it looks like a normal gas Beamer that I'm used to seeing. And I pull up to it and I start to get pissed. And then I'm like, oh, wait, it's plugged in. I'm like, okay. And my anger just goes away. But, dude, I've never actually had what you're talking about. Well, I've seen it, but it's never affected me.
Oh, you know? There's another spot.
Like, I've witnessed it. And actually, the only time I've ever witnessed it was the first time I used a public supercharger. There were 2 parking spots with 2 units to charge at, and one parking spot was parked in by like a Nissan Sentra, like a gas car, and then when I pulled up, that Sentra's sitting there, and then the other one's open, and I pull up, I'm like, okay, that's good. But I was looking at this car like, wow, how could you, even though I'm charging.
Such a douchebag move.
It is.
And what people also do, because for those that don't have electric cars, sorry, we're totally geeking out over them right now, but you pull into these spots, right, and you plug it in, and then after you unplug it, you have a certain amount of time before you have to unplug it, right? Or
yeah, there's a time
after
limit.
it's done charging, you have to unplug it within a certain amount of time. And then the apps and the fast chargers, they think you've left. But what some people do is they just go back, unplug it, and then leave their car there too. So I've seen Teslas that do that. Only Teslas at this point. Not gonna.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
It's like they'll be sitting in the fast charger, and I pull up and I'm like, oh, it's a Tesla. It's charging. Nope.
It's just sitting there.
Nothing's plugged in.
Oh,
it's sitting there.
God.
I know.
Oh wow, that's honestly.
Come on, people.
I don't know if that's worse in a weird way. Because
That's true.
it is
it's
supposed.
Like you're secretly trying to not be a douchebag.
Because there are always signs that say like only be parked here if you're charging.
Well, you get fined, dude. The city can fine you.
Yeah, like it's.
Yeah.
And there are also, I like how there are certain
against the law.
There are chargers that charge like, I feel like there's three. I've noticed like 3 stages to charging.
Okay.
There's the one that's the standard outlet in your wall.
Mm-hmm.
There's the one that's kind of middle tier. That has basically an identical plug to the wall charger, but it just goes faster. And then there's the supercharger that has an additional like hunka plug under it.
I know exactly what
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that makes it go super fast. And the way I've seen it is like the middle tier is there's no time limit on those chargers. So like they have those chargers at like the Irvine Spectrum Center.
Yeah.
And like I used one of those chargers when I saw Batman. And that was like,
are they free?
No, you pay for those. Well,
those, okay.
There are some versions that are free. Maybe that's a slower speed. Holy shit, I think there's 4 levels now that I'm thinking about it. Because I think there are some free ones, and that must be a little bit faster than the wall outlet. And then there's the one that's like pretty cheap, like it's like 50 cents an hour or something like that, or $1 an hour. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's $1 an hour at the Irvine Spectrum Center, and you can be plugged in for like 5 hours and be chilling. Like it's just like, but then there's the superchargers.
It takes a long time to charge.
Yeah, it takes longer, but much faster still than like a normal wall outlet.
Sure.
And then there's the supercharger with the hunka extra plug. And that's where you're just climbing quick.
Yeah. Dude, you can, what's crazy, and I think you said the Bolt can only go up to 50 kilowatts, right?
I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
You can't fast charge at like, you don't have the additional hunka thing that you're talking about, right? Or do you?
I do have it, but I think it's like a different sort of.
So you can fast charge.
I can fast charge, but I don't think I can't charge as fast as like a Tesla. And I don't know, like now that there's so many other brands making cars, I mean electric cars, I assume that there are now other electric cars besides Teslas that can charge at the same rate that a Tesla can.
Dude, have you seen the Hummer EV?
I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen the ads for it.
It is so cool.
It does look pretty sweet.
Literally so sick. It has, I think, the biggest battery on the market right now.
Ooh.
And it can charge up to, oh shoot, I'm going to butcher this, but I think it's some crazy charge speed. It's like 250 kilowatts.
Oh my God.
Per hour, which is like super fast.
Damn.
I mean, that's ridiculously fast.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe in like 20 years they'll have it to where an electric, like the fastest charger can charge your car at the same speed like it takes to like fill up your car with gas.
I would hope so.
You know?
I don't know the limitations of battery technology,
and like
but I do know that it's
stuff,
completely different than gas. Because gas, it's like you just plug, you fill, and then you go. Whereas a battery, it depends on a lot of factors. Like one of the factors is at what point are you plugging in your car? If it's at 40% already, it's not going to jump up to a super fast charge rate. But if it's at 0 or like 2%, it's going to charge immediately at the maximum rate it can. And then it will slow down as it reaches 100% or 80% or whatever you're charging it to. It's really complicated. A lot of problems that people way smarter than me have to solve.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just buy the products that they figure out, you know, as the consumer.
Okay. Whoa, your mic's doing it. Just.
Oh, is it?
Yep. Okay, we're good.
Sorry.
We're good.
Tell me immediately. Was I just going on a rant?
Yeah, you were going, and I did.
Oh, shoot.
I mean,
Sorry,
it wasn't
people.
that bad until right when I told you. That's when it got bad.
Oh, okay. Is it better now?
Oh
or is
yeah,
it
we're
kinda
back
bad?
to normal now. We're back to
Cool,
normal.
cool.
It was just funny because like you're talking and I'm not listening to anything you're saying because I'm just like trying to find the opportunity to jump in and say, "Hey, fix your mind."
Sorry. I don't, man.
It's weird.
Sound quality,
It's just
dude.
weird how yours is so touchy. You know.
It really is very touchy. It really is. Maybe I should just go with one of those mics that you use.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, the one you got me, this gold one's nice.
This is supposed to be a really good mic too, but
yeah, and it looks fancier than the one I'm using.
That's true. It does look pretty fancy. Yeah.
And I feel like it's also marketed to be better, right?
It is. Well, it's more expensive.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So take that how you will.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Ryan. The NBA playoffs.
Yeah, dude.
They're
I'm gonna pound this, by the way.
They're
dude.
starting tomorrow. Okay, pound it, dude. I
I'm
can't
just
pound
going for
mine. The room temp is not working for me. Yeah, the NBA playoffs. The play-in starts tomorrow, and it's the Cavs versus the Nets and the Clippers versus the Timberwolves, 7th and 8th seed matchups.
Okay.
As a Suns fan, I hope the Clippers beat the Timberwolves because they're the team that I don't want to face as the 8th seed because we're going to put the 8th seed. And so if the Clippers win tomorrow, they'll become the 7th seed. And same for the Wolves. And then if the Nets win, they'll become the 7th seed in the East. Or if they lose, the Cavs will become the 7th seed in the East. But
isn't it crazy how it's you gotta love the NBA. You really do. I feel like it's one of the most well balanced leagues.
yeah, there's a lot of
in
talent
terms of American sports.
Mm-hmm.
Because 2 years ago, if you were saying that the Lakers would not have made the playoffs and the Clippers were in the play-in, I'd be like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy. They're so good. And now, look where we're at.
Yeah, the tables have shifted very, rapidly.
Just within 2 seasons.
Yeah, the
these
talent.
These were like the 2 teams that were Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
type,
those were exactly. And now it's crazy how it's just every team is. But that's what's every team has a lot more talent now. The league is just more talented. But that's what's great about this play-in tournament is you can add a little more competition to the whole thing.
Some pizzazz.
Yeah, some pizzazz.
Absolutely.
I like it, and also it incorporates the single elimination aspect, which you rarely get in basketball up until this point. Besides March Madness, that's what's so great about March Madness is the single elimination. That's what's so great about the NFL playoffs, single elimination. Soccer, is there a soccer tournament that's single elimination? Like you lose, you're out. That's World Cup, right? Isn't that World Cup?
Well, it's like bracket play.
Bracket play. Oh,
it's
true,
like a true tournament or classic tournament, I would say, where you have your brackets.
Yeah.
And then you go from your brackets to single elimination.
But it does get down to single elimination.
Yeah, there are some small tournaments where it's just like 4 teams.
Yeah.
That is selected, and then you'll play. Like I think the Club World Cup or FIFA World Cup or something like that is only 4 teams, where they take the winner of each continent, and they'll duke it out.
Continent.
It's a cool league, but it's super short because it's only 3 games. But you get the winner in the Asia, Europe, Africa, and then I think, what is it? It's North America, South America, Europe, and maybe it's Africa or maybe it's Asia. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's pretty cool, but the problem is that Europe always wins. So it's like,
damn.
Yeah, and the United States is barely in there because we've never won.
Didn't we?
Rarely have we won the Champions League of North America.
Is it true that the USA qualified for the World Cup?
That is true.
Nice.
That is true. Yeah.
And when is it going to be? Is it going to be 2023?
2022, man.
Oh, it's this year?
It's in November.
I thought isn't the World Cup usually in the summer?
Let me check that.
Was that
they
ever
might
a
have
thing?
done some rescheduling. I think you're right, though.
I feel like there was a year when we were teenagers where the World Cup was in the summer. And like Germany won
Yeah,
or
you
something.
could be right. I honestly can't remember when it is, but let's see. FIFA World. It's in Qatar.
Qatar, okay.
If I told you to point that out on a map, would you be able to?
No, but I can spell it. It's Qatar, right?
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
World Cup schedule. Let me get the facts going right now. World Cup 2022.
We weren't in it last year. I mean, not last year,
Yep.
but the last time we had it.
November through the middle of December.
Okay.
You know what? It might have to do with the weather in Qatar because I don't even know.
That's probably true.
I don't know.
Because I'm probably thinking of a location
Might be
they
too
had
hot.
it where it was like it was a summer location where the summer months are hot and sunny. Because not every place obviously has hot and sunny summer months.
Yes, absolutely. And I believe Qatar is on the northern hemisphere, so that would
put it in that
indicate they're on
category.
the same summers as us. So let's go into the groups now. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
We have Group B: England, Iran, USA, and a TBD at this point.
How many groups are there?
There are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 groups.
8 groups. And are there 4 teams to a group or random?
There are four teams to each group, and then
Okay.
the top 2 make it, and then I believe there's like a wild card for all the third places, but you have to have the best record.
Of the third place, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Of the third place, yeah. I think that's how it works.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty excited, man. So what do you think about the groups? So let me give it to you again. England, Iran, USA, and then another one from Europe that has not been determined yet.
Well, we better make it out of that group. Better make it to single elimination.
I would hope so. You know, if we could win first in
They
that
want
group,
me watching. I'm just kidding.
it would make if we could win first in that group and beat out England, that would make my entire year. That would make this entire decade okay.
That would make so many American soccer fans proud.
It would.
Proud to be an American soccer fan. Wait, did I just get the video copyright strike with that little tune I just sang?
Maybe. Dude, okay, so
We'll see.
how I showed you that TikTok the other day or last week? I was popping off and just getting 200,000 views or whatever.
Oh yeah, the one of you and your mom. Yep.
Well,
doing the first dance. Yeah.
The reason I'm bringing it up again is because
it blew up more
with the songs. Well, it did. It's at 600K.
Nice.
But they posted one of my mom.
Yeah.
They posted 3 actually. They posted one of us, one of all 3 of us, because you know how we brought Amanda in right after.
Yeah.
And then just one of my mom.
Okay.
And the one of my mom is only 1 day old, and it's already had 400K views.
Woo! Damn.
Can you believe that?
Damn, dude.
Look at this.
You guys are providing a lot of good stuff for the. Whoa. Well, I gotta say, she's doing. Yeah. See, it's funny.
I can't wait to see her. I'm gonna show her. Anyways,
you can really take any dance and it's just like if you fit it in the screen, you're good.
Fit it in the screen.
Well, it's like because like when I was watching that in person, I wasn't imagining it as like that's a TikTok dance.
That's
true. But then when I see it in the form,
but like we're not like that as well.
Yeah, but then when I see it in the form of the TikTok, like you holding up the phone, suddenly
you're like, oh, that's perfect.
Suddenly it looks like it's a TikTok dance. It's funny.
Yeah.
But I just think that goes to show you how like, what TikTok is what people have been doing in their rooms for the past, 100 years, dancing to music. Mm-hmm. Now it's just like we have an easy way to just we've just now propped the phone camera up in front of us. It's like, well, that was how do we not think of this sooner?
Yeah, and also what's interesting is how we have migrated from a primarily photo, social media
to video
to predominantly video.
Yes.
I mean, very rarely.
Very
the
true.
Only videos that pictures that I will see are news pictures where they'll have a photo.
Yeah.
And they'll have like, Steph Curry or Frank Vogel fired, something like that.
Frank Vogel got fired. Yeah.
And we can talk about that. And personal photos like us sharing a moment, like the wedding.
Yeah.
You post a photo. But everything else is video.
Yes.
I mean, it is. I'm scrolling through, and it's a video. I'm scrolling through, video. So,
And
I don't know,
it's
maybe
like
it has to
short
do with
videos.
Short, quick.
Yeah, short, quick.
Because our attention spans,
Our
we're gone.
We're toast, dude.
Yeah.
We're toast.
It is interesting. I wonder if there's some like studies done on it that would show some sort of implication about our generation or even the younger generation now. You know? Like if it has to do with patience or attention span or why we prefer video. It's just more intriguing. I mean, truthfully, it is very hard for me to learn without something visual now. And I feel like it's just, I'm so accustomed to watching and learning.
Yeah, dude, I agree with you. Like,
you know,
if I was to get a manual or get directions online for something,
so
and if it was just words, I'd be like, where are the pictures?
Yeah. I purposely throw away the manuals and will look online
Yeah.
for like YouTube videos about things.
Yeah, that's
it's so much quicker for me, at least.
You open the manual, it's just it looks like a textbook. You're like, all right, I'm gonna hit the web.
Yeah, and there's just too much information. It's just like,
mm-hmm.
how am I supposed to parse through this entire thing?
Yeah.
It's like someone else has already done that, and they're gonna show me what I need to know.
You know what's funny
It's a
about
skill.
being our age? Is that with technology, it's hard. It's like the reason, I don't know. It feels like a weird distant memory when the internet wasn't so accessible. Because like think about how computers are like our smartphones. Our phones are basically mini computers now. But when we were kids, like 10 and under, and that wasn't really a thing yet. Like it was just sort of the flip phone that could call and text, and not all kids you knew and yourself, like not everybody had one necessarily. But that being said, like we didn't have like the ability to just be like, oh, who did this? Like it was never like, it was like if we would take a test, like, oh, when did Christopher Columbus discover America or something like that? Yeah. It's like we couldn't look it up. Like we would have, but it's weird to think about how we're an age where it's like that memory of life being like that is not only distant because it's so different from where we are today, but it also feels distant because we were very young at the time. You know what I'm saying?
But think of it this way. It wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
I got my first iPhone.
Yeah.
I think I was a sophomore in high school. So
that sounds right to me.
Did you have an iPhone by then? Did you have a smartphone?
I got my first.
You didn't.
I had my first smartphone when I was a freshman, but it was like a knockoff Samsung Galaxy, and then I got an iPhone the summer before my junior year. So, but what I'm saying is, like, imagine someone who's like 45 instead of like 25, and they have like a clear memory of they have way more solid memories of not having the access to all answers in their hand at all times. And it's sort of a weird thing for us to where like we did live when it wasn't so easy, but we were so young that it didn't really affect us in a way, like life was already so easy for us because we were little kids, so we didn't really notice the lack of easy technology in a sense.
Yes, I 100% agree.
And it's
I almost wish that we had graduated college before it came about.
Yeah,
like
before,
if I had graduated college and then I got an iPhone.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. Because it changed the dynamic of education.
It did
so much.
It did,
and not in a negative way, but
in some ways, yes, though, and it continues to.
There's pros and cons,
and it continues to change. Well, I guess I don't really know now, but I'm just assuming that as we get further and further into the technology, and everybody having something, and things getting more, techie. It's like it has to change in a sense where like it has like how do you keep someone from cheating on an online test, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff to do that, but at the same time, I almost feel as if we have these devices and we have immediate access to things. We're training our memory to only remember it for a short period of time.
Yeah, and always and not need to continue to remember it because we can just pull it right back up.
Why would we ever need to?
Exactly.
It's a scary thought.
Yeah.
This is like what those doomsday preppers are like.
Yes.
This is what I've been saying.
Yeah,
for
like
years,
dude, like imagine if everything
if shit goes down,
just went black.
We're screwed.
Like all power just went away.
Yeah.
And
totally possible, man.
Yeah.
You know, when this whole Russia and Ukraine thing started, and the government was warning about these Russian attacks, especially on our infrastructure. It's a real possibility. I mean, what's crazy is how much malware and viruses that Russia and other countries have within our systems, within our power grid.
Yeah, like the Smite on my computer.
And the Smite on your computer,
like
exactly.
That right there.
This. Yeah, for context, Frank has a file called smite.something that I've tried to delete myself.
Yeah, it's 15 gigs.
Can't figure it out.
15 gigs. It's never been used.
15 gigabytes.
And we can't delete it.
It's just corrupted. I don't know what it is, but anyway, you know, it's like they could activate these malwares, or I don't know. I don't even know how they would do it, but they have an into our system, and they totally could, but they just don't want to because then it would unleash, you know, the warfare, cyber warfare, or even worse, you know.
Yeah. See, we live in a world where it's kind of like we're just teetering on the edge of chaos, because it's funny, society has been structured to where like if you create chaos or if you try to break out of the order that you're living in, you're going to get repercussions on you.
Yeah.
It's like you're never.
It's true.
So that's why it's like this. It's like we're on the edge, because it's like if they send a nuke, we'd send a nuke right back. It's that sort of mentality. It's like if you dish it, you got to take it.
Exactly. Dude, it's why all these countries in Europe now are like freaking out because they don't have defenses themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they've kind of been, not in a bad way, but, you know, relying on us. And I think now they realize, like, we got to defend ourselves, or have to have the ability to defend ourselves.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you can't take it, don't dish it. Right, Ryan?
If you can't take it, don't dish it. That's good. That's one of Frank's famous quotes. All right, everybody. Cheers up.
Cheers out.
Thank you so much.
Here's 118
Frank.
coming to a close.
Love you, buddy. Please like, comment, subscribe.
Love y'all. Love you too, bro. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.